This video package is because Doan, my partner in Flying Flips, is the investor of the year. He is one of my investor owners, and he gave me a call at the beginning of this year and said, you have to come to Dallas. This is a class you have to take with me. I'm willing to pay for it, just come. And I thought he was completely nuts, and I went because he was my friend and because I respected him. We jumped in feet first and never regretted that decision, not even one moment. One of the goals that we have was to insulate our wealth. Our goals are to insulate our lives and be able to take care of the people that we love. And I'm going to show you my motivation. I know John's motivation and his family. Here is my reason for doing this.
I want to see this. All right, we're ready.
This is the beginning of Flying Flips LLC. John gave me a call and said, you've got to get to Dallas. I want you to take these classes with me. And I thought he was completely nuts until I got there and got to sit in the classes and listen to all these amazing instructors tell us exactly what we'd been searching for. And TextLink Code opened up all the doors. They were the keys that had kept us from getting through and building our wealth. And once we did, wow. Now, Florida was our big turning point. We were encouraged to do our first over-the-counter. We'd been doing all these classes, but once we did that, it was like the floodgates opened, and then we closed. While we were in Florida, we were finalizing this project right here, which was this really cool, quirky condo, and we're days away from finishing the remodel. And I could see this really beautiful vision of how to take this property that was 2 stories, a townhome, very unique, New Orleans style, nostalgic, and renovate it. The minute we landed from Florida, we were closing on Flight 522 HOU, and the demo started. But we didn't want to stop our momentum. We were working with Carter. He was our accountability partner. We really jumped in with the extra training, and we started our selections, our demo, and we were ready to move forward, but we didn't want to lose the momentum. And so while this was going, we were preparing for the next auction, and that was rapidly approaching. And we found this property, and we call it Flight 6103 HOU. It's our Belle Dart property, and we got it for $73,000 at the auction. It was very exciting. And the best part was we knew about the completed home in the front, but there is a framed foundation with the plumbing in the back. So we got a 2-for-1 that we hadn't expected. And Carter is outstanding. He keeps us accountable and pushing us forward to challenging ourselves. And while this project is going, we found our next, which is a spectacular, fundamentally duplex in the most desirable zip code in Austin, 78704. And it is already redesigned, and we have finalized the plans on this structure. And this is where John is going to take off and really shine because he has that builder background. This is Flight 2702 ATX, or our Austin property. It is this gorgeous little bungalow, and we're gonna gut and renovate the front of it while the back structure stands completely independent, and we will be working on that second phase in 2023. But super excited. Now, going back to Houston was not without its challenges. We ended up with a crew that wasn't as skilled as we needed to. We asked for advice. We sought out Carter. He helped us, and the challenges have made us better investors, and we are days away from closing. And let us show you the improvements on this one. We've been so fortunate and reaching out to Carter for the advice about how do we approach getting back on track when a project doesn't quite rehab at the pace or into the skill set that you had hoped. And we were able to get a new crew working with our existing GC and continue to stay pretty well on time, and super pleased at the potential of where we're about to be in just a matter of 2 to 3 days. I hope you guys have an idea of why I think that John should be your Investor of the Year. Flying Flips would not exist without him. We're so grateful to all of the people who partnered with us and have gotten us through it. And the fact that in such a short amount of time, forget what our bank accounts look like. We have doubled our net worth in 6 months once we took that leap of faith. And when we were in Florida, that little bit of that emotional shove with the over-the-counter purchase. So it's just so exciting, and we're looking in Dallas, and we're looking again in Houston, and our momentum is there, and we're so grateful for mentors like Carter who constantly keep us accountable. But I would not be here. I would not have been brave enough to do this without John. And so John is your Investor of the Year.